Hi, I'm Katrina Madewell. I'm here with Thea Anderson, and Thea has had a couple of transactions with us before. She's worked with one of my fabulous team members that I can't praise enough, Michelle Shelton, and she kind of helped her and guided her through the process, and we've asked her to tell you a little bit about her experience with us and, just the overall transaction. So Thea, for someone that doesn't already know us and has been referred to us, what would you say to them in your experience dealing with us?
I would say it was a real good experience because everything was laid out real easy to understand. I basically went in with an idea of what I wanted, and I was given 3 options as to what would work best for me. The communication was really good, and any questions I had was answered, and it was just no surprises, no questions that couldn't be answered. And I just thought that it really went well as far as being friendly and personable, and it wasn't scary or intimidating.
Okay, great. And I know a lot of people sometimes have a lot of anxiety around the home purchase and, financing part of it, and there's just a lot of things that can be overwhelming, the first-time home buyers or even anybody, refinancing a loan. So just, can you kind of clarify that a little bit? Did you have any anxiety around the process and we're able to help you guide it through that?
Not really. There was, just a slight one because I took extra money out for a vehicle, but with being able to put the 2 of them together for my taxes and everything, I think that when they talked to me, it helped me to understand what I was doing and how it would work better that way. And then she just basically walked me through everything. So really there was, just after the initial really thought pattern, there was no fear.
Great. Now you and I talked for just a couple minutes before we did the video, and we were talking a little bit about the communication aspect, and I know a lot of times when I sit down with people and do the initial consultation, that's their biggest concerns around the process, is having enough communication to make sure that, that the ball's not being dropped, that everything's happening, because I know sometimes if, people have had a transaction before, and if they don't hear from the people they're dealing with enough, they kind of feel like maybe something's not being done or whatever. So can you talk a little bit about communication, and if you feel like your level, if it exceeded your expectations, or where you're at on that?
Yeah, the communication was great because I had the choice of email or phone calls. So that worked out really well, as being able to get hold of Michelle when I needed to talk to her or I had any questions, and she got back really, really fast. Okay. And just being able to get stuff through. So the communication was actually a whole lot better than what I feel if I went to a bank or something like that, because I think it was much more personable and much quicker.
Okay, great. The last thing I just want to touch on real quick is the fact that this was your second transaction with us, and we store the files and have access to those. And how did you feel between the first time and the second time?
The second time was a whole lot easier. It was really a breeze. Things went a lot smoother because the files were were able to pull them up for me, and I just needed to update the information from the past to the present, and that went really fast. And just being able to fax that through, or just have the transport deliver it to them.
Okay.
And it was faster than me.
Great. Now, if we ever have someone that has any questions in the future, or they want to talk to you in person and make sure that you're a live person, and maybe ask you any questions that they might have about the transaction or relocating here or getting a mortgage, would it be okay if we gave them your name and number at a future date and had them contact you as a reference?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right.